Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of a brand new series of a brand new podcast brought to you by Fortaleza ED USA. We'd like to welcome you to the Crossroads podcast. And while we are all on different paths, we can come together on a road that connects us through our faith, fun, and friendship. Here we have today our two very special guests, two people I hold near and dear to my heart, Mr. Jesrael Mendoza and Mr. Gama Lucas. How are you guys today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very excited to be here and ready to have a conversation with you guys.
There we go. What about you, Gama?
I'm doing amazing. I am excited to be on this podcast. So,
all right, that's what we love. Okay, so
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm just very happy because the right now that we're recording, it's USA is playing versus Panama and we're winning 3-0. So
3-0.
Just wanted to share my happiness out there. So
3-0. You hear that?
Let's go, Team USA. Hopefully qualify to the World Cup.
I don't know soccer stuff, but you might be spurring up some trouble with some other people. I don't know.
I'm sorry for L3 fans.
If you guys don't know my two kings here, I want you guys to give a little intro to yourselves. So imagine it's like the first day of senior year, right? And everybody has to say their names and who they are, like a little intro and stuff. Names, places, whatever you guys do. Toss in, what's your favorite color?
My name is Jesrael Mendoza. I am 27 years old. I'm from Huntington Beach, California. And my favorite color, as you guys can tell in the background, is green.
I'm Gama Lucas. I am from Salt Lake City, Utah. I am 25 years old. And my favorite color is blue.
How are you guys today? It's Sunday at the time we're recording, so it's the weekend right now. The weather is actually really lovely today. Although it's really cold, it's really sunny. But I'm really jealous that you're over there in Huntington Beach, Hes.
Yeah, it's actually really nice weather now.
And you, Gama, because you're up by the mountains, right?
Yeah, it's actually pretty fresh right now. It's in the 70s actually, so it's not too bad.
Dude, I'm so jealous because it was like 70s last week and now it's about like 30 or 40s. The weather switches up like crazy. One of the main talking points I want to have is initial reactions. So, of course, we all sort of know people around ED and stuff like that, but I want to get to know how you guys first met, or if you guys have ever met at all, right? Because some people, they're connected in certain ways. I know how I met Gama and Hes, but I don't really know how you two guys met.
I don't remember when I met Gama, because I remember I would just see him around in the convivios and say pasabos and stuff, But yeah. I think that one of the times that we actually got to talk more was when I went to Utah. I don't know if you remember. Like it was like for Pascua or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
I would only see you in convivios or when we would go to church over there. That's where I would see you, but I never got to talk to you until you came to Utah.
Yeah, so I think it was that time for that time I went to Utah for Pascua, and also this last time when I went over there. Like I said, I would see Gama around, but I didn't really talk to him that much. But that one time when I went for Pascua and I started talking to him and his brother, I actually noticed that he's not a shy person. He's actually very outgoing, very very funny. Yeah, I always thought he was very shy, like he didn't speak or anything like that, and I was like, oh, he's actually pretty funny. Like
that was because of my confidence boost.
I can probably say the total opposite because when I first saw Gama, when I first met him, but when I first saw him, it was at the 2019, I think it was 2019 of the West Coast Convivio, and he was out there. So, and I was like, who's this guy? I have never seen him before. And he was dressed really nice. And I was like, what? I've never seen him before. Me and my brother, we were the only two that went to go visit from outside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember when you guys came. Yeah.
And that was just to meet everybody and see, who's part of the West Coast and stuff like that. So that was my first time seeing Gama. And he was all out there and stuff like that.
Hey, Gama, didn't you go to the Convivio in Texas?
In 2013, I
yeah.
think it was. Yeah. I think that was my first convivio, actually.
That was your first convivio? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
I remember seeing you guys over there too. Did you go, Isaac?
To Texas? Like no, I did not go. That one was the one where I was like, oh, I'm too young to go.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
it's surprising because I went to Cali in 2014 and I wasn't even part of the Jóvenes. So I
Oh,
just tagged along. Yeah.
you're like, I just want to go visit.
Right. I was like, I'm gonna be in the Jóvenes anyways, like, in like 3 months, so might as well go.
Might as well join.
How are you guys' okay, like can you guys like picture of like your first time talking to each other? And like your
Um,
first impressions of like, hey, my name's blah blah blah.
that's a very good question. I think it was until that time I went to Utah. I think we just said pasa voz, and I was like, how are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. And then
Ah,
he told me, oh, I remember he told me that if I wanted something from you know how sometimes después de por templo they have like candy to sell and
mm,
stuff. So he offered me if I wanted a candy. I was like, yeah, so I could have some sugar because I was very tired with the whole time difference and everything like that. So I was like, I like Gama, I like him because I think he was in charge of selling the candy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
I would.
he's like, hey, it was at the old church, not the
Yeah,
the new one. It was at the one that was like next to like a restaurant or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
I want to say this was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Gama.
oh
It was
wow. Oh
before
no
COVID
way.
for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely before COVID, that's for sure. Yeah, but I was probably like 20, 25 or I don't know 20, 24. I don't remember. I
Wow.
Yeah,
just I
probably.
just remember it was before COVID.
For
Sometimes
me,
I don't know if it happens to you guys, but sometimes I lose track because you know how like we don't celebrate birthdays and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
sometimes I lose track and then I'm like, oh snap, I'm 27 years old and I was like I feel like I'm 24 or something like that.
When you said like 3, 4 years ago, for me, 3, 4 years ago was like last year. Like anything
Yeah,
pre-COVID feels like so far away, but from the time of like COVID and now, it's like within like 6 months, I feel like.
I just feel like it was 2019 and then it just jumped into like 2022. I just
Yeah,
feel like
Yeah.
it was a complete like
I
time
know.
travel or something like that, you know?
Like I see on my Snap stories, and I was like, that's 3 years ago? That doesn't count at all. Those years
That's
do not
crazy
count.
how just time went by fast. Like I can't even believe it. I'm like, when we were in quarantine, it felt like forever. I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
The whole COVID thing just messes with the time perspective. The routine you have, like you already know the years pass by and you feel the years passing by. But with the COVID, it felt like there's a gap
Mm-hmm.
of these whole years could just combine together. It's crazy.
For me, when I heard of this whole COVID stuff, I actually thought it was just gonna be like three, three, 3 to 6 weeks or something, and then it was gonna end or whatever, you know. But then during that time, Isai came for something about the Jóvenes, and I dropped him off at the airport. I have never seen LAX so empty in my life. It was
Oh,
like I don't know if you guys have watched The Walking Dead, like how it's just like empty, like town or whatever. That's how it felt like. There was literally no traffic at LAX. Like it was
oh
empty.
wow.
I was just surprised. Yeah, it was that. That's when I was like, "Whoa, this is serious."
Since you were so since we know that you were a member of Fortaleza, give a little insight of how it was. I don't know if you were invited or if you were eager to volunteer or if anything like that happened, but the little specifics about that. How was it working through? And I don't know for how long you were part of the team.
Um, I was actually already working with the Fortaleza from the zona, the West Coast, and I was working with Brother Juan and yeah, so I was already working with my zona and stuff, and so I was getting some experience from there. It was actually pretty good learning experience working with my zona, getting to know more jóvenes and building the connections, networking, I guess you could say, or just getting to know more people in general. So that was pretty cool. And then I got the call from Isai. He was like, "Hey, just wondering if you want to join our team and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So yeah, I was able to be part of the team, and I thought that was pretty cool, because now you get to meet more people, and you get to plan out the convivio juvenil that for the upcoming year or whatever. So I thought that was a pretty good opportunity. And for me, the way I saw it was like I wanted to make a difference in being part of the group or whatever, the jóvenes and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is a good opportunity, maybe to make a difference, maybe something that I always thought that I wanted to do. Maybe I could pitch it to them, and we could try to make it happen. So
right.
I thought it was a really good opportunity. I got to meet a lot of more jóvenes, built a lot of friendships. I remember going to the convivio in Chicago, but I got to meet more jóvenes there. I remember I got closer to you guys, you and your brother. Also, I remember I had the opportunity to meet brother Anthony too. So that was also pretty cool. I want to say it was like a learning experience, because even though there was a lot of stress and a lot, like meetings and doing this and that, but I thought it was pretty cool. Like I was able to see how to plan out a convivio and just learn from different people that already had experience and planning out an event for the whole United States. I don't know. I just wanted to be a sponge and just observe and learn as much as I can. Because you never know. This might help you out in the future, or maybe even at work. It just helps you out how to plan out an event or something like that. Sometimes I still keep in touch with, obviously, life gets busy, but I know that if I go to Chicago, I have some friends there. I know if I go to New York, I have some friends there. I know if I go to Utah, I know I have some friends there. So I just thought that's pretty cool. It's like kind of like traveling. You get to meet new places.
Oh yeah.
Meet new people and stuff like that. So for me, I saw it as an honor, and I tried taking my job very, very, very serious. And
man, it's funny that you say it's good for work, because where I work, I would always ask for days off, right? And they're like, why do you need days off and stuff like that? And I tell them, oh, I'm going to California, or I'm going to Minnesota for a little like hangout convivio, right? And then my manager goes up and he tells me, and it's always good to, get your friends and meet up once a year. It's fun to do that. You'll enjoy it. And I'm like, man, you don't even know. Like, you have no idea. Because of all the convivios that we do, and every Saturday we see each other, and just meeting and traveling around it's a major benefit to be in church doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure other faiths and religions have this sort of network together, but it's
like a little youth
good.
ministry.
Right. It's good to be a part of something like that, because if I wasn't in church, I have no idea what I would be doing. Or if I were to like travel to California, what would I do there? Like, there's nothing without the friends that are there.
And it's also kind of that you mentioned, like, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't so involved in church and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And being so involved in church and with the jóvenes and stuff like that, I can honestly say that disfruté mi juventud. Like, I was able to enjoy my youth in church, and I actually had fun. Yeah. Like sometimes I think about it and I'm like, oh snap, I'm 27 years old. And I remember when I started getting more involved, I was like 21 or something like that, or 20. Because before I got involved with the jóvenes, like, I would go to church, but I wouldn't really, get involved with the jóvenes there and stuff like that. Because when the youth group, these people, they think they're all holy and this and that. So for me, I just thought, I was like, I'm too cool to go to the jóvenes and stuff like that. But I'm glad I was able to change my perspective and actually, get more involved in the youth. And I can honestly say I had a blast. Whenever I have kids, I'm going to be able to tell them, like, yeah, I had a really good time with the holiness, like being involved in church, and yeah, it made a lot of memories, sleepless nights, got to meet new people, see new places.
It's something different. It's cool. It adds to your sort of experience of life. Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes it gets me kind of sad seeing some holiness. They think that maybe they're too cool for the holiness or this and that, but it's like, yeah, I thought I was cool, and I thought I was too cool for the holiness, but then I was like, okay, calm down, dude. Like, just go, meet new people, have fun, and that actually made me get closer to God. So
I do feel for that like empathy of I wish that they could experience a convivio and stuff like that, and to open their eyes and their minds.
So I was 16, I think. It was 2013. It was only three of us who went. Me and my brother and Mara, another teen here. It was our first time. We wanted to see how convivios work and whatever, see how cool it is. And honestly, I didn't like the weather. It was too hot. And I was also very, very shy and timid. So I didn't talk to anyone. There were some people who did talk to me. That's where we met some teens from San Diego, I believe. They made it pretty fun because they talked to us, and that's the interaction, the new friends we made over there. Being shy doesn't help meeting new people. And since I was very close and just didn't approach anyone, I felt a little bit awkward most of the time, social anxiety. The other convivios felt more and more, I felt more and more comfortable until like 2019 when you said you saw me and I was like outgoing. That was 2019, the first convivio I was ever acting like that.
Oh, wow.
I was more open, talking to people. And I liked it a lot. It was pretty fun. Get to meet new people and talk to new people.
Oh,
and
wow.
I don't know about you, Gama, but I feel like it makes you get out of a little bit of your comfort zone, right? When you start seeing like familiar faces in the convivios, like, oh, I remember this guy, he was, I don't know, I met him at the lunch line or something like that,
You said 2019. Would you say that was more of a turning point of like you figuring out who you are and stuff like that and expressing yourself more?
So before that, I grew up very timid and very quiet and had very, very bad social anxiety, and I didn't like crowds or being around people. So I was just super quiet all the time. The only friends I made were the ones who approached me. So I had very little friends. I had a low self-esteem as well. So then in 2018, I started to be more confident about myself. I had like very bad acne. I had braces. It was like a bad year for me. I was not confident at all.
Jumped on you.
Yeah, I was just trying to hide. I didn't want to go out anywhere to talk to people, meet new people. But it was in 2019 where I gained that confidence because like I was happy with who I was. And then that's what really helped me become more open and just, I didn't know why I think about it sooner, but it's like you only live once, literally, so might as well enjoy it, talk to new people. Who cares what they think?
And then that's when you started rocking the turtlenecks. You brought the turtlenecks back.
Yeah. I've always loved turtlenecks.
I'm sure all of us have some sort of, not like a turning point in life, but personally for me, it's more gradually that I started to become a little bit more confident in myself. There's like teenage angst and like freshman, sophomore, junior year. It was like the world against me and I'm like the only body who has my back and like I don't care about anything and stuff like that. I'm sure everybody goes through phases like that. Going through church and convivios and stuff like that, that really does help mature you and help like find who you are, stuff like that.
I feel like it molds you.
It only does good. For a lot of people I know, they're like a little bit shy or like, I'm scared of meeting people and stuff like that. Like there's a fear of meeting people and there's a fear of getting embarrassed, and all of that literally goes away within like 3 seconds. And like everybody feels the same way, but it's all uplifting. Like they're only there to help.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I was kind of the opposite with Gama. I remember when I went to the convivio in Texas, like for me that was a turning point. You know, I was like, whoa, like I need to be a little bit more humbled, and you know, start getting closer to God. And I remember after that convivio, I wanted to get baptized right away. Maybe because of the convivio, I got all excited. You know, I'm like, yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna do this and that. You know, so I was like, you know what, I just probably need to chill out and, you know, just think through all of these things, you know, because obviously El Bautizo is not a joke, you know. So for me, I think that was my turning point, but in the way of like, you know, maybe being a little bit more humble and, you know, understanding that I'm not more cool than anybody, you know.
So my personality type, I need people to survive, and I thrive off of other people's energy and stuff like that. And having convivios like that helps out so much. There was like a month-long convivio, I would be the first one there. I would so be there. That would be cool.
Wait, so let me ask you guys something. Are you guys a people person, or Isaac said, do you need people to be around with, like, you know, so you could feel like, I don't know, happier or anything like that?
I definitely am. And it's not like it's so weird because I definitely am a people person, but I do get shy sometimes too. I get nervous speaking in front of, you know, a large group of people. I think about it and I'm like, well, I just gotta talk and that's it. That's like, I have to simplify my worries and stuff like that so it doesn't feel like such a big thing. But I definitely am a people person.
Yeah. What about you, Gama?
I just get attached to people, to be honest. I do like the attention.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
But let me tell you guys a little secret. So I actually don't like people. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually don't like people. Yeah. I don't enjoy like hanging out with the big group of people. Actually, I'm not like, even though it seems like I'm a people person, like I enjoy talking to people, this and that. I actually don't like people. Like, if I'm honest with you,
what?
Yeah, like it's kind of weird, right? Because when I was with the Jovenes, you know, you see me talking to the Jovenes, this and that, interacting, but I'm actually like not a people person. I actually like, I like being by myself, you know, and taking it easy. And, you know, I don't like going to crowded places unless I really want to. But yeah, but it's kind of weird, you know, like maybe because I worked a lot when I was younger in retail, or there's a point where I was like, okay, I don't like talking to people. I like.
Oh wow! But you handle it really well.
I feel like I like kind of more like my own like time, my own quiet place, you know, like yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't mind hanging out with my friends, you know, but
I like hanging out with lots of people. Sometimes I like to be alone. Recently, what I've seen is that I like hanging out with the little people. So like, not people my age, but like the younger kids, like the adolescentes. I don't know, their vibes, their energy matches with mine. Maybe, and that's why people tell me I still act like a kid. And maybe that's why it's like, I like being around them.
Yeah.
Those are my people.
Oh man, I still feel like I'm like 18. I can't when I'm like 21.
So on Fridays, it's more of a casual day at work. So, cause sometimes I have to wear like slacks and, dressing shoes and a polo or a dressing shirt and stuff. Well, Fridays are more casual. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to take my black Levi's and my polo shirt and, running shoes or whatever. And, I tucked in my shirt and yeah, it just, I got to work, and then when I got to work, one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, you look like a dad." And I was like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Yeah, you look like a dad. You have your polo tucked in, and you know, have your belt on, and you know, you're wearing your running shoes and with your jeans and stuff like that." So I was like, "Oh no, man! Like, I'm not trying to look like a dad right now."
Yeah.
So I was like, trying to avoid that
because they thought. Man. Your casual Friday was a dad outfit.
Yeah, because she was like, you just needed your New Balance running shoes or whatever. Gama is he dresses really nice. That's why I started wearing turtlenecks. Hit up my boy Gama. Gama, you should put like, make your Instagram page and put like, you know, like
for real
Dapper Saturday or something like that. You know.
I also wanted to ask you guys if you have any encouraging things to talk about, just some things that, you know, people are here, have a little platform, and if you want to use this opportunity to just speak about some encouraging things, you know, we got people listening, so if you're thinking about, traveling around and seeing other jóvenes, please do that, because that is something that it's not just fun for one person, but it's fun for everybody. Even if you're doing like a little solo trip or something with friends, please go ahead and travel, because it's nice to meet new people. It's nice to see new things and stuff like that. I'm a big advocate for traveling.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think if you have the opportunity to go visit new churches or new places, definitely do it. You'll get to meet new people, build relationships, friendships that will probably last for a lifetime. I know that right now, if I could go to Chicago, I know I'll have a place to stay because, of all the friendships and relationships that I have built throughout the times that I've been there. So yeah, I think my advice would be just like travel, meet new people at church. Como decía Gama, maybe you're shy and it's kind of difficult for you to talk to someone or start a conversation. My best advice that I ever got was like, it's not awkward unless you make it awkward. Just talk to someone. Pasos, how are you? Start talking, meet new people. But also don't be a creep. Don't be like, hey, that would be my best advice. Just be yourself, and it's very important to put God first. And also, just remember, at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, and the only person that could judge us is God. So, just like Gama said, look at him now. He's more happy. He's very outgoing. He jokes around a lot more. And
so, for me personally, one advice I would always love to share with people is what Solomon writes in Ecclesiastes, one of his books. It says a couple times that the best thing to do is to eat, drink, and enjoy your work. Enjoy life, basically. And of course, always putting God first. So that's something that I've been living by, and it has helped me greatly enjoy life more and just be more open to what's out there to explore and understanding how people are. I wish everyone could understand this. If you guys have time, just read the book of Ecclesiastes. That book was life-changing for me, at least. It's the best advice I've ever read, and I hope it helps everyone. You are going to get so many blessings, and I can guarantee that because personally I have experienced this after putting God first in many cases, many moments of my life. I have seen God come through in my life and showed me his blessings, showed me what happens if I always put him first. So I'm grateful. It's something that I can personally speak about. It's my testimony, I would say, and I want everyone to just think about it and take these words that Solomon said in consideration. Take them to heart. And also one more thing that I think helped me immensely, after I got my confidence boost, one of the things I want to do is talk to people, get to know those people who were like me, who are quiet and shy and timid. If you're out there and you're one of those outgoing people and the extrovert, please go out there and talk to those people who are shy. Make friends with those people who are shy. It's going to help them a lot, be more open. You only live once. There's only this lifetime, and you just got to enjoy it as much as you can. Go out there, talk to people, meet new people, make friends, because that's something also that's very, very fun and very beautiful to have. That's my advice and words to those who are listening, and I hope it at least helps one of you who are listening.
And on that note, I think I want to say thank you so much for our guests here. Oh, shout out your localidad too.
Oh yeah, shout out to the holiness from Anaheim.
Yeah, represent.
We're close by Disneyland, so if you guys ever want to come down to vacation on, go to Disneyland or something like that, plan your Disneyland vacation, and then on Saturday you could come visit us at church, and we'll have a good time.
Boom. And as well as thank you, Gama, for being here with us. You want to shout out your localidad too?
I want to give a shout out to all my people from Utah. I hope to meet new people, and if anyone wants to come visit, you guys have a place to stay. So come through and enjoy Utah. Take care, everyone.
So, any of you guys listening and watching, you have places to go. You got open arms here. So, once again, thank you, everybody. This is just one episode out of a series that we are coming out with. So, stay tuned to who comes up next. But again, thank you so much to our guests here. Peace to you, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.